Hey, it's Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today I'm going to challenge you. What do you put in your vegetable soup? Now, if you're buying that frozen bag of mixed vegetables, those days are over. I'm going to challenge you today and share with you some key ingredients to put in your vegetable soup so you can enjoy it on a nice, rainy, cold day. Let's go inside and check it out. But before I do, if you're on Facebook, be sure and like our page. If you're on YouTube, be sure and subscribe and hit the bell next to it. And of course, like it. And I look forward to your comments. Tell me, what are your favorite vegetables to put in your vegetable soup? And I'm also going to share with you one key ingredient that makes it very hearty. All right, let's go inside. So here's one of our first ingredients we're going to add. I've shared these in another video how these are totally edible and delicious. So these are the superior squash. We've got the sweet dumpling, the carnival, the blue Hubbard, and the delicata. Any one of these is going to be a great addition to our soup. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the sweet dumpling and the carnival for ours. We're going to add a pepper, so you get to choose. Do you want a yellow? Do you want a red? Do you want a green? All of these will be a good choice. It's just a personal preference. I'm going to go ahead and get a red and a green because I just love pepper in my cooking. You may not have thought about for your vegetable soup is cauliflower. So we're going to add some cruciferous to our soup today. We are going to use 3 carrots, and why not go for variety and add some color? So I'm going to go ahead and choose a purple, a white, and an orange carrot for our soup today. I also want to add some fresh greens, and so I get my choice here of some collards or some broccolini or even some kale. I'm going to choose kale. One of our staples is going to be 2 stalks of celery. Another squash that's really good in soup is going to be butternut squash. I'm not going to buy it here today because I have plenty that I grew in my own garden. And we have sweet potatoes. That is going to be a delicious addition to our soup as well. And it wouldn't be a good soup without garlic. We're going to use 6 cloves of garlic, so make sure you have a lot on hand before you get started. Green beans are always a good staple when you are making a good vegetable soup, so we are going to grab a handful of these. Now mind you, I really only need 1 or 2 cups of each vegetable, so keep that in mind as you're making your purchases. I've done a video on the different onions and their flavors, so find the one that you like the best and let's throw it in the soup. Now here's one last ingredient that may surprise you, but right before we serve our soup, we're going to add a spritz of lemon. Now I'm going to show you how to put this soup together so we can enjoy it tonight. I have 4 tablespoons of olive oil, I have 6 minced cloves of garlic, I have 1 medium onion chopped finely, and then I have 2 cups of celery. I'm going to go ahead and put this in our cooking pot and get it sauteing. I'm going to go ahead and add in our broth. You could keep this a vegetable broth or you could make it a meat broth, whatever your preference. Now I'm going to add the other vegetables. We have our carrots, our rainbow carrots, our green beans, and as you can see, I like my food chunky, our cauliflower. I just added our butternut squash and our other squash as well. Here's our sweet potatoes. And finally, you'll see I used both peppers, red and green. Just going to stir that all in. And I'm just going to keep stirring it until it all simmers for just about 6 to 8 minutes. The vegetables have been cooking, so I'm now going to add in some more seasonings. We've got 3 bay leaves I'm going to be adding in, maybe a little bit more than 3. Some freshly chopped rosemary, freshly chopped thyme from my garden, 1 tablespoon of both of those, and then 1 teaspoon of parsley. The parsley isn't fresh because I was out of fresh parsley, so I'm using dried, and so I use 1 teaspoon of parsley. We will always keep adding just a little bit more salt to release the flavors in the foods, and this is starting to smell really good. So now let's let those herbs do their magic. Now I just added in my tomatoes. You could use fire roasted tomatoes by Muir Glen, chopped diced tomatoes, and that would work well. Now I'm going to add in as if that wouldn't be filling enough, I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 cups of barley. This is where I know it will be very satisfying for my husband to keep him very happy and from going to the cookie jar after dinner, which would be really hard since I don't have a cookie jar in my house. I'm going to add some more salt, keep releasing those flavors, and I'm going to add a couple red pepper flakes. I was inspired for this recipe from cookiesandcake.com. I just kind of tweaked it to make it my own, but I do want to give a shout out to that website for inspiring me for this recipe today. Our soup, I have to admit, I have been sampling. It tastes really good just as it is. But yet, I still have my delicious kale greens to add, so I'm definitely going to add them in. I'm going to give them about 5 minutes to cook. And then we are ready to serve. And when I serve, we will be adding on that spritz of lemon juice that I told you about. I know some of you would have made these kale leaves a little bit smaller. But hey, this works. Doesn't that look just beautiful? Yum. And here we have it, the final soup. I can't wait to dive in. I sure hope my husband loves it as much as I do. This is going to be such a delight on such a rainy, cold day. Okay, I really wish you were all here to enjoy it with me. But instead, make it yourself and make sure you tell me what vegetables you used. Well, I hope you loved this video. Be sure and give it a thumbs up if you did. Give me your comments down below. What's your favorite vegetables to add in your soup? Until next time, thanks for watching. I'm Annette Reeder, the Biblical Nutritionist.